Let's take a look at expanded notation, this time with decimals. So before we get started into what all of this means, we're going to look at a number, 4,361. Now let's say I add a decimal point here, and I'm going to add in some decimals. So remember, our green represents our unit, so we've got 1 unit. We've got 3 tens. We've got 6 hundreds. And 4 thousands. Now, if I'm going to be adding decimals, things change a bit. If I put a number on the other side of the decimal point, let's say I choose 8. Aw, man, my colored pencil broke. No time to sharpen. 8. 8. 8 represents the number of tenths. Tens, tenths. Next, I'll have 2, and those are hundredths. Next, we go on and we have our thousandths. So if I were going to read this number, I would read 4,631 and 827 thousandths. Now, similar to the naming of our number families to the left of the decimal point, it keeps going on and on and on and on and on when you are going to the right of the decimal point. So if I kept going, I might have, here, let's just imagine this is like blue. So if this is thousands, I would have 5 10,000ths. I would then have 300,000ths. And then units of millions. So that would be millionths. Now let's take a look at a decimal that's in standard notation. And we're going to work with smaller numbers. I'm going to use my black colored pencil so it's easier to see on my paper. You should use a pencil just in case you need to erase. So let's say I have 2,341 and 67 hundredths. If I were to write this in expanded notation, I would use some of the knowledge that I have from my last lesson. So I know how to expand this part. So this would be 2,000 plus 3 hundredths plus 4 tens plus 1 unit. Now I'm going to get to my decimal point here, because this isn't my whole number. I still have these 67 hundredths to work with. So then I'm going to add to it 0 decimal point 6. This represents the 6 tenths. Oh, so then it should be a light blue. Let's just imagine that's in light blue here. Light blue. You get the idea. And then, that's not all. I still have these 7 hundredths. So I would then add in 7 hundredths, which I would write like this. 0 decimal point. Now, do I want to include the 6? No, I'm doing number by number by number, digit by digit by digit. So I would write a 0 as the filler, and then 7. So 2,341 and 67 hundredths equals, in expanded form, 2,000 plus 300 plus 40 plus 1 plus 6 tenths plus 7 hundredths. Now, let's say we're going from expanded to standard notation. So maybe you have a number like 3 plus oh, let's say you have a number like this. 3 plus 2 tenths plus 4 hundredths plus 8 thousandths. Well, I know I'm going to use all of these numbers right here to put together my standard notation. So I've got 3 units plus, oh, this is where we add in our decimal point, 2 tenths. Just pretend that's light blue. There, lighter blue. 2 tenths plus 4 hundredths plus 8 thousandths. Expanded to standard.